Today I'm going to be cooking a whole chicken in my pressure cooker, my electric pressure cooker. Now here's my chicken, and what I've done is I've rubbed it down with olive oil, rosemary, basil, and thyme. And I've put it in my little marinade box, so I'll be putting it over there with my food saver and running it through a marinade cycle. Once I've done that, then I'll be putting the chicken on this gizmo. When I first got my pressure cooker, I did that, put the chicken on top of a beer can. Now that works fine, and it did okay, but this, a friend of mine gave me this, and I think this is great. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm looking forward to it. As you can see, this is going to be very helpful to keep it from tipping over. The beer can kind of did a weeble wobble, and another thing I learned is you need to hunt for the smallest chicken you can find, because first of all, I think this is going to be really it's going to be kind of tight in my marinade box in the first place. I'm hoping I can get the lid to close, but anyway, we'll see how that goes. If it doesn't marinate, that's okay. I'll just put it in the refrigerator and let it sit for a little while, and it'll be good. And anyway, okay, now I'm gonna go over to the food saver, and I'm gonna marinate. So check back soon. Okay, I've got it hooked up to the food saver, and it ran through one little cycle of marinade, and now it's kind of taking a pause and then it'll start up again, and when it does, it is so noisy. But this thing is wonderful. If you don't have one of these wonderful food savers, you really need it. This thing right here is great. It's a marinade box, and you can just marinate all kind of things. So today we're doing chicken, but I've done roasts, I've done pork roast and beef roast, I've done steaks, and just all kind of things. And the food saver in itself, just for freezing things, is so great. I just can't rave about it enough. Okay, it's doing it again. This is what this thing does. See, now it stopped. So it just does it a minute or so, and actually less than a minute, and then it rests. I just thought I'd share that excitement with you. All right, my chicken has been marinating. It went through its little marinating process on the food saver machine, and then I had it in the refrigerator for a while. I put it on its little stand, and I sprinkle some salt and pepper on it also. And I'm getting ready to, I took an onion and I cut it in fourths, and some carrots and celery, and I'm going to be placing it like all around the edges. So I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, here's the chicken in the pressure cooker, and I've added the onions and the celery and the carrots around, and then I've also put in 2 cups of water. So we're going to put the lid on, and hopefully this lid is going to fit. I may have to work on this, so I'm going to close this down. Well, my little stand didn't work, so I pulled it off the stand, and I've just kind of laid it in on top of the water and the onions and the celery and the garlic. And I'm going to put the lid on, and we're going to put it on high pressure and pressure it for 30 minutes, and then I'm going to let it naturally release. So I'll check back shortly. Okay, here it is after a natural release and 30 minutes of cooking on high. It looks wonderful. So I'm getting ready to chow down. Today I'm going to kick it up a notch with rice-a-roni. I've chosen the broccoli au gratin, and I like it by itself, but today we're going to kick it up a notch, and I bought like just one big floret. What I did was I cut it up. Then I also took a can of sliced water chestnuts, but I took those and I kind of, cut them up a little bit more. So here we've got the rice-a-roni. I'm getting ready to put it in the microwave, and I have found that if I do it like a minute at a time and stir it, we're going to try and get this brown, and then we'll add, the water along with, the broccoli and uh, water chestnuts, and we'll check it out and see how this works. Okay, here's the rice-a-roni after about 4 or 5 minutes. Do it 1 minute at a time, and it depends on your microwave how much time you really need to do it. But as you can see, it's kind of browned it, and by doing it 1 minute at a time, then you can take and stir it up, and that way it doesn't get all clumped up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the seasoning packet and the water and the broccoli and the water chestnuts. And then we'll be cooking it in the microwave, and I will show you the finished product. Okay, here's the rice-a-roni that's all put together, and I'll be putting it in the microwave for about 20 minutes, and then I'll check back later. Okay, here it is after the 20 minutes with the broccoli and water chestnuts with the rice-a-roni. Doesn't that look yum yum?